Today I am in central London because I am doing things outside, the weather's beautiful and we are having afternoon tea. So I'm going to the park room at the Grosvenor House. I've never been before and honestly I'm very surprised that as somebody who genuinely really loves tea, I don't do afternoon tea at all. So hopefully today changes that. So let's go on ahead inside and have a look. There's a lot going on today because it's Pride, so it's like super noisy. So hopefully you can actually hear me, but we'll be inside in a second. Fantastic, thank you so much. So I'm not sure if I mentioned it previously, but I'm actually here for the Tales of the Beatrix Potter afternoon tea. Am I a fan of Beatrix Potter? No. I do like the stories. I grew up watching the Peter Rabbit. I think they had a TV show in like the 90s or whatever it was. But I saw images of the cakes that they have and I wanted to try. They looked so good. So we'll see when they arrive. So I got the champagne afternoon tea because when I tried to book online, they only had the champagne tea available. So I think I'm just going to get the champagne. I was going to get the non-alcoholic, but I think I'm actually going to get the champagne one and then we'll choose the tea. So this is my first real proper afternoon tea. So this is a nice experience to have my first afternoon tea at. I'm not gonna lie, this is the amuse bouche. I completely forgot what she told me was inside. I feel like she mentioned there was some champagne. It tastes fruity, but I can't remember what she told me was inside, but it tastes good. So my go-to tea is usually a masala if I can get it, so a chai latte, whatever it might be. So this is the masala chai. It's not super creamy because obviously I usually get chai lattes, which are, I would assume, just kind of made with the tea and milk. But this is obviously just the water and the tea, so it's kind of a little bit more of a watered down, not super creamy flavor that I'm used to with having chai. It tastes good though, but it could be a little creamier. I actually can't remember. They've taken my menu, so I can't actually remember what's what. But I guess we'll figure it out. I think I'm gonna go for the one that looks like the cucumber sandwich. So we'll start with that first. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly from looking at the menu online, that was cucumber with mint. And I'm the kind of person who feels like mint should just stay in chewing gum. No, that was really subtle and wasn't offensive. I might even go as far as saying that that actually tasted quite good, which surprises me because the mint was just so subtle in the sandwich that it wasn't overpowering or distasteful. Well done. So I think this one is actually the smoked salmon, and I love me some smoked salmon. It doesn't look very smoked though. Kind of looks very cooked, but let's give it a go. So I ended up having to pull out the menu because I wanted to be certain in what I was getting, and I think that one I just ate was the North Atlantic cold water prawns with the classic Marie Rose sauce, and that was really good. Very delicate, again, very delicate flavor, not super overpowering. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think that was the prawns. That was really good. I like that one. Very creamy. I feel like so far we were 2 for 2. I'm liking it. Damn, guys, we're 3 for 3. That was really good. The chicken had like, again, it was creamy, but it also had like, I don't know if it was in my head, like a smoky flavor to it. It was flavoursome, but I don't know, I couldn't put my finger on what the flavour was. I just know that it tasted good. Right, let's see what the beef is saying. So the next one is the roast Aberdeen Angus beef with creamed horseradish. Okay. Hopefully the horseradish isn't too overpowering, but we're 3 for 3 so far, so I have high hopes now. Alas, I fear I jinxed that. It's probably my least favourite. The beef didn't really have much of a flavour. It was kind of very horseradish dominant, although horseradish isn't really my favourite thing in food anyway, so I feel like it was already on the back foot. It was okay, but yeah, probably not the best. one we've had so far. And lastly, we have the ham and mustard. I don't know if it's going to be, maybe I should have spaced out and not had it straight after horseradish, because I feel like horseradish and mustard kind of have very, not similar flavor profiles, but it's like kind of like slight spiciness to it, do you know what I mean? I feel like that was a pretty bog standard ham sandwich. I couldn't really taste the mustard in it, and it kind of almost tasted a little bit dry. So I don't know, I feel like either between, I think the beef was my least favourite. In terms of the finger sandwiches, I'd probably say the chicken and the prawn were my favourite, but I still need to try the open sandwiches. To be really frank, the smoked salmon looks so good. It's got smoked salmon, caviar and a prawn. And then the egg mayo just kind of looks very bog standard, but so I'm very excited to try the salmon sandwich. Cheers. This feels like it's going to be a little bit messy to eat. I like that. Everything tasted really fresh, and I think they were actually on a brioche bun, which to me you can't go wrong with a brioche bun. I love it because it always adds that kind of like a bit of a sweetness to it, which I think the open sandwiches kind of needed to kind of counteract that savouriness. I like those. They weren't like standoutish, but they tasted good, and I just like to have fresh everything tasted. I'm not gonna lie, fancy afternoon tea might definitely be a bit of me. I need to do this more often. It doesn't hurt that the service is fantastic. The actual tea room is so nice. The decor is lovely. It just feels fancy. Sometimes you have to treat yourself. So I'm actually going to start with the scones, and I've gotten, like I mentioned, rose petal jam. I don't know if this is a time to be adventurous, but I feel like sometimes try something new. I do love a jam. I like roses, so let's see if that's a great combo. I like that. That was good. I started off with the raisin scone. There wasn't really much raisin on there. Like, I don't really feel like I could taste it. Like, all the raisin I could see is actually, I feel like those are all the raisins right there. So if you're not a raisin fan, then I would say it's not going to be like full of raisins. But this is really buttery, it's flaky, very rich, and it's slightly warm. So it feels really decadent. I like this. I didn't know what to expect with the rose jam. It kind of just tastes like normal jam, but a little bit less subtle. Because obviously with jam, I feel like I'm used to strawberry jam, but this has a more subtle flavor, but kind of that still that sweet jammy flavor. It's hard to explain. It's good though. I decided to give the egg a go. It's really good, but I think it's very, very, very sweet and quite rich. So I don't really feel like I can finish it, especially because I've got the rest of the desserts to go. So if I finish this along with the nest, I feel like I'll be gone. That scone really filled me up because it's actually quite large. I've still got another scone to go and the rest of the cakes. This is a lot for one person. I feel like I can tackle it though. I made a mess of breaking that apart, but from the inside, that looks good. I fear that it might be a lot of chocolate because obviously I just had the egg, which is chocolate, and then this little flower pot is filled with chocolate. Are those Rice Krispies? That's very chocolatey, but good. I liked it. It's moist. I think it's got like a chocolate cake at the bottom, which is nice and moist, with some sort of jam in it. Actually, there's a menu that gives me that information. I might as well just read that. I think next I want to try the nut, the squirrel nut. Parsnip spice cake with mascarpone. Is it mascarpone? Mascarpone. Mascarpone cream and lemon curd. Oh, I do love a lemon curd. Finished with a chocolate stalk. It's a lot of chocolate in this, but we'll try that one next. I feel like the lemon curd is very subtle in that. Very creamy. not very stand out, but I do like that the chocolate is quite thin, because the other desserts I've had so far, the chocolate casing has been very thick, so it's a bit sickly, but I think it's got the right amount of chocolate. I think I want to try something next that doesn't have chocolate, and the cake with the sheet and iron on it. I think that's going to be the next one. I thought the cake was okay, but I did find it to be a little bit on the dense side. I feel like with a sponge cake, you want it kind of light and airy, and I don't think that cake was. It also says it features a lavender sponge. I can't really say that I tasted too much of the lavender. I think some of these sort of flavors in that I've experienced so far in the afternoon tea are a little bit more on the subtle side. So I wouldn't say that I really tasted that lavender in there, but blackcurrant jam, white chocolate cream, and then chocolate iron. I didn't try the chocolate iron because I don't want more chocolate. The last dessert is also in a chocolate shell. There's a lot of things in a chocolate shell. I didn't realize just how much chocolate would be in this afternoon tea. It does look interesting. I'm gonna try and refresh my memory on what is inside this one. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna just eat the inside because I can't eat more chocolate, guys. So my plate's a mess because I haven't finished everything. I'm sorry, my plate looks an absolute terror, but it looks good on the inside. But I'm not gonna have that chocolate. It's enough now. I'm actually having more of the yarn dessert, and the bottom is like some sort of biscuity wafer, which is really good. It doesn't need the chocolate. The sponge is nice. It's creamy but not super overpowering because I don't love creamy things and creamy desserts. I think this flavour is really, really good. Along with the wafer bottom, delish. Just doesn't need the addition of the chocolate. Although it doesn't taste, I tried some of the chocolate. It doesn't taste super chocolatey at all. So swings and roundabouts, but personally, I don't think it needs it. They have a selection of teas just for this afternoon tea, and I think I'm going to go for the orchard because that sounds delish, and I feel like it will set this off perfectly. There is a vanilla rose, but I feel like I've already had something with rose in it, and it's a bit enough now. This is a really nice green tea. I can't say that I taste the orange. I think it's a blood orange. I've forgotten already. I can't say I taste much of the citrus in this. It's not an offensive flavour. It's a nice mild flavour, which I like. And I'm going to enjoy sipping on this. Well, my tea's all finished now and I've got my leftovers packed up. But I'm going to enjoy sipping on this and watching outside because today is Pride. So there's the parade going out. So I've got literally prime view of all that's going on here. So I'm going to finish up all that I have left. I've got a sip of my champagne left, but I am going to finish that. And I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the ambience. So all in all, today, this afternoon tea ended up costing me £88 plus service charge. I haven't paid yet, but I did wanted to book the non-alcoholic afternoon tea. Now, the alcoholic package does come with 2 alcoholic beverages and a non-alcoholic drink, but I figured because this is my first real fancy afternoon tea, I might as well just go all out. And it was nice. The champagne was really good. It was very smooth. I liked the taste of the champagne, so I'm not mad at it. I would say that I really enjoyed myself. I thought that the service was very standout. They were all very attentive, and this is the kind of thing you'll do for like a special day. And I can imagine me and like a friend or a couple of friends coming here, shooting the breeze, just having a really enjoyable afternoon in a fantastic ambiance. I don't know if you can hear it, but they have, I think it's music. I don't actually see anyone playing any instruments, but they have like piano music playing in the background. So it just adds to the overall ambiance. But the whole like tea room is so beautiful and so fancy. You can't help but feel like you're having a really good day. But I would say my only thing and my only negative, and I think you kind of like got the idea of that, was the chocolate. I didn't look too much into what the desserts were because I kind of wanted to be surprised. I was already coming here and I didn't want to like know too much about the desserts that I was getting, but I feel like it could have done with a little less chocolate and maybe more cakes. more variety of cake. I feel like the chocolate was very easy to do, but it just made things just that bit too sweet, and therefore you couldn't really finish it. And like, yes, this tea you will have, like, this was just a single person portion, but I don't know what the double portion or the portion that you'd share with lots of people looks like. But that was definitely far too much and far too sweet. And I say this as someone with an absolutely insane sweet tooth. Chocolate monster, sugar monster. I love all that stuff, but I couldn't finish all of that. So definitely less on the chocolate. I would say that the sweets were actually sweets, well, not sweets, but the chocolates and the desserts were why I actually booked it, because I saw images of it online. I might be controversial here and say that I probably prefer the sandwiches. I finished all the sandwiches. I didn't finish all the cakes, so do with that information what you will. So all in all, I think it's safe to say that I enjoyed myself, and that is the perfect way to spend an afternoon. And I think that I am actually now an afternoon girly, so maybe there might be more afternoon teas on the way on the channel. We'll have to see, but I like that. It was a bit spenny, but sometimes you gotta treat yourself. So every once in a while, treat yourself to a nice afternoon tea or something to pamper yourself. And that was defo this afternoon. Anywho, let me know what your thoughts are if you've tried that before. I want to see what their normal afternoon teas are like, but without all the chocolate. But we'll have a go another day or try another fancy place. We'll see. The world is our oyster. Well, London is our oyster. But that's it for me, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Toodles.